You going to work? Okay, bye bye. Have a good day. Yo, what's good by the way? What's good? What's going on? Just alerting the Discord and gonna be charting soon. But welcome for joining. And does my audio sound okay? Does the music sound okay? You know what I'm saying? We got the music going in the back, audio sounds in the back. Let me know if you guys can hear the music. I'll replay some shit too. Got about 15 minutes till the market opens, so let's get our levels going. Alright. What's going on, guys? Morning, morning. You guys can hear me okay? Let me know. Let me know what's going on with the music as well.
Wouldn't try to do it without you. Whether or not you woke up and think I forgot, we still the ones that remind you to smoke some pot. We still the ones that want you to eat trays, lay your outfits out before you going out. Do this shit for the money and not for the clout. Do a show.
Alright, so this is
in the crowd. Make sure my outfit is the one that's standing out. You get it later, but I get it now. Kush in the old kush got me moving slow. Don't gotta tell her to, it's already rolled. It's all love though. All love. Kush in the old kush got me moving slow. Don't gotta
what's going on? What's going on? There is a gap on this map, so I just want to take a look real quick. I think this is it. Let me see. Did this gap down? It's a very, very small gap, but it still needs to be filled, huh? Kinda. Not really. But this is from Wednesday to Thursday, so it closed here and it opened here. Okay, small gap. Literally like that big. It's important to point out though, because eventually price will fill that, so it's just good to have on your map. Or not your map, your chart. What am I saying? Map. Talking like I'm playing a video game, you know? So right now it's looking like an inside day. Honestly, not so much activity for me, but we'll still stick around and take a look. I honestly just haven't streamed today, like in a while. I think I haven't streamed in like 20 days or so. So I was actually like, actually just missed streaming to be honest. Like I just missed trading live. I actually kind of like think it's kind of fun. I mean, I don't want to say it's fun, but or like to really enjoy my like. I don't want to say I'm like super enjoying myself and having a ton of fun, because I feel like that takes away from the focus. But I do enjoy it, you know. Like I do enjoy my time spent streaming. What's going on? What's going on? That's Gary, right? That's your username. What's going on?
Somebody put you on the game, help you program it in. Don't wanna leave, you wanna stay with me, so it depends. One of the G, you really got one. I just know how to win. Like what I see, you need a rollie to go on your wrist. Me and my team, we make the goal, we don't only attempt. So like
I'm typing something right now. Just give me a sec, guys.
she wanna cuddle, I wanna cuddle too. Legs in the air, dick in the middle, that's a W. Ain't tryna fuck, you better say some. Mashed potatoes, rice and beans, you ain't the main one. All that hating, get your cake up. I never met an alien or a bitch that I can't fuck. Still hitting it from the back. That's how we act.
Alright, so now that I've highlighted yesterday's range, I'm just gonna go through and chart those levels that are like, you know, those futures levels. So let's do that. Also, if you guys are not part of the Advanced Academy, I will be teaching. I'll be teaching like a whole week through there. So yeah. So if you guys are not part of it, or you guys want to attend the new session, definitely sign up this month because we'll be doing an advanced cohort. So yeah. Okay, we got yesterday 6. 12. Okay.
And keep something put up just in case. Got what it takes to go and get that new house by the lake. I go hard for my family's sake. My son and my daughter gonna be proud when they hear my old tapes. My kush making clouds by the fireplace getting baked. Maybe tomorrow.
Am I tripping here? Hold up.
I crack a couple bottles on a beach day. Multi-million-dollar calls about release dates. This ain't made for swimming, dog.
Oh, that's why, because I'm charting a Sunday level. That should not even happen.
Heard my music, I'm the reason for your kush cravings. Hold it down, they call me the anchor.
Yesterday starts at 6 and then go to 12.
Rolling weed, it's been a week since we seen the neighbors. Damn, it feels good to be a tailor. What can I say? I choose the life of a G over a square all day. Lot of crime, blood, and women. There's nothing left to do if you stay away. They outside, I stay out the way. Stay on my job, money always chase.
Okay, now we got the sort of levels here, so I'm going to point out the highs and the lows real quick. Asian session low, Asian session high, right there. How you doing, Gary? You doing alright? I'm doing alright.
Right here on WEED. And I'm letting y'all know it's time to put your windows down and pass that weed around. Yeah, go ahead and place your order at Nobu, cause this is cushion orange juice ×2. We can do a million things, and we can pack it up and fly on any plane. We can take it like a European train. Show you how my lifestyle these days. We can have a little baby. Take you to the crib and do some free things. No vitamins, I give you all D.
Thanks for the subscription, appreciate that. Actually, that hits 250 subscriptions, guys, so that means I'm halfway to being monetized, which is sick. I only need 500 subscribers and definitely a little bit more stream hours, but that's 50% of getting like 50% of the way of getting monetized. So that's actually a huge milestone. So thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Oh, it was your birthday? Oh shit, brother. Happy late birthday, dude. I hope it was good. Orlando, I definitely love A lot of those Florida places, they're really fun to me. A lot of New York people like Florida. That's the sixth borough. That's what they say. Even though y'all hate when New Yorkers pull up to Florida, but we love it. We love that shit. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like it's such a easy kind of place to kind of retire to for us, because all the New Yorkers like the beaches, and sometimes they get enough pay where they can retire in those like condos and whatnot. Miami, Tampa, Orlando, all that good shit. But those are actually getting really expensive now too. They're not actually that cheap anymore. Around COVID and before, they were cheap. Apartments were cheap. I'm not gonna lie. You could live in Miami for not that much money. I think people are now a little bit more cognizant. I'm saying cheap not in the Florida standard. I'm saying cheap for New York standards. Like, obviously you get different salaries here and shit, so yeah. I wouldn't say it's cheap for anyone that lives in Florida, but for outside, yeah, it's good. Florida is crowded. I heard you guys have traffic problems and shit now, especially around that Orlando area. Like, I hear my friends, some of them that have moved there or whatever, they're just like, oh yeah, the traffic, all this stuff, and I'm like, y'all complaining about traffic down there? Like, it's really that populated? But it actually is now. Okay, I mean, like, I don't want to mark a New York high because the high just might keep going so far, so we're just gonna wait till around open. It's an inside day actually, but I'm not sure why. Also, can you guys hear the music by the way? I just want to make sure because the last stream I had such crazy problems with my audio, so I spent like an hour this morning trying to fix it. So I don't know, but it is definitely crowded. And what I was saying earlier was today's like an inside day, so I might not even try to trade that much, but I did want to come on stream and put in some hours and stuff. I was thinking like during inside days, because there's so many of them, I was thinking like I would still stream, and then on inside days, I'd be maybe I'll just do like live back testing, or like try to back test in front of everybody. I feel like that might be more productive, you know, like no one really gets any value by just like looking at it inside day and just like watching it range for like 2 hours, you know, like there's no value offer there. So I might just do the backtesting shit. That's what I was thinking about during my time off. But yeah, so I've right now, like I've marked the London high, Asian high, London low, a New York low. I haven't marked New York high just yet, because it's still moving as high as possible at the moment. So we're just gonna watch it until it's in this range, and then this range is inside this greater range here, which is yesterday's low and yesterday's high. So if we look at the green range, you'll see like it's way bigger, it's way more prominent than anything within inside this London range, which we haven't even broken out yet. So I mean, it's an interesting price action, I'd say. Like, not super interesting, but like to me this is like it's not a consolidation. I could see price come all the way up here, right? I could see price come up here, and then from there I don't know what price is gonna do, and I'll explain why. So we're here, this is like that Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon, futures open, so we're downtrending, right? We're downtrending until what happens? Well, we don't make a new low here, right? Eventually we actually start to make some new highs. So we have a market structure shift here, and we start to make highs, right? Market structure shift breaks here, high. Then we have a new high. Then we have a new high. Then we might make a new high, right? So as of now, we're uptrending. Uptrending inside the range at the moment. And so if I wanted to see something a little bit more conclusive, what I would look for is something like if price comes all the way down and then scoops this up and then comes all the way to the upside, that would be some movement I'd be interested in. Similarly, if price comes up, scoops out yesterday's high and comes all the way down and breaks yesterday's low, that is also some movements I would be really interested in. But that is probably like the only condition I would have to wait for the inside day. And so, I mean, that very well might happen. You just want to take a look at the news today. FOMC members are speaking. Is there anything red? There is. It looks like there is at 9:45 a.m. I just gonna double check that real quick. Also, if you guys noticed, I'm not streaming with the matrix background anymore, or like the transparent background. I even got my camera on today, but I pimped out like my desk and my little office space. You know, I customized it a little bit. I built a desk and I have a little corner, so I got like my laptop and all my work stuff in one place. So it's nice. Okay, so we got some people speaking at open. We have 10 a.m. news as well. So let's wait till 10 a.m. and see what happens. Alright, it's like 2 minutes till market open. Let's observe. Let's enjoy and watch. Now, keep in mind, guys, if you're just joining the stream, or if you're like just trading with me, I don't trade inside days, okay? So this is what that, I mean, I have in the past, like, I'm not like a purist or anything. I have taken trades on the inside day. And I've done it on stream, and I've lost on stream. So it's like, there's not really much point for me to do that. And so what I mean by an inside day is that if you look at if you look at the daily, right, the range of which price is traded is inside yesterday's candle. So it means to me, like, what that tells me as a day trader is that you need to know this. It's kind of important because it sort of will affect your decision making for the day. It really just tells me that price itself hasn't grabbed enough liquidity, right? It hasn't grabbed enough liquidity, whether it's resting on the upside or the downside. And so because price hasn't interacted with those liquidity levels, it's telling me that price is going to kind of stall out here inside this range until something of significance happens. And so as a trader, this is like not a good condition for you, because at the end of the day, when you're trading, you're making money off the movement, right? You want the stock price to change. You want the price to move. And so if that's the case, right? If that's the case, then like, you're only looking for things that could like become a catalyst or enable that stock to move, right? So when I'm saying it's an inside day, what I'm really saying is that's kind of like a shorthand version of me saying it's like a choppy or uncertain trading condition today. So what would you do if you have an uncertain or choppy trading condition? Well, there's two things you would do, right? It's either one, you just scale down, you don't put any money, or you trade with a fraction of what you usually trade in terms of your average position. And if you don't want to do that, then you can just withstand or abstain from trading entirely. Now, going cash and abstaining from trading is perfect. Like, you know, and I don't want people to feel bad or feel FOMO that they're not trading today or this, that. At the end of the day, it's really just about being secure in how you trade. And so, like, I have a method, right? I have an edge. So if that edge doesn't present itself, it's hard. It's easier said than done, I'll admit. But I try not to really give a shit about what's happening. And the reason is because if I start to give a shit, I'm going to give myself FOMO. I'm going to take trades I should have probably never traded. And then I'm going to be upset. And then I'm going to have a bad interpretation of trading, right? I'm gonna be like, damn, this shit sucks. When in reality, it was just my poor decisions. You know what I'm saying? It was my poor decisions to make me not like trading. So I feel like in some certain instances, like there needs to be a lot of accountability when it comes to trading. Like you just gotta keep it real for yourself. If you lose, you lose. If you win, you win. It doesn't make you a better trader or a loser. What actually makes you a good trader is doing it consistently, right? And fixing your mistakes. And actually be... Sorry, I left the chair. I realized I just left the chair just now. I'm still here. I'm just throwing out my trash. But, basically, like, a lot of the trading stuff is going to be discipline and kind of making sure you're operating at the highest probable conditions. And then also executing in high probability conditions as well. And those high probability conditions are only going to be defined by you, ultimately, right? Like me, Key, Jasmine, Jamal, we can give you the sauce and we can tell you how we trade, but the confidence or that kind of level of certainty, it only has to come from you. And it kind of has to live inside you. And so if it needs to live inside you, then you're going to need to build some sort of like affinity or discipline or even just learn and practice a certain method, right? So my method is the silver bullet method, right? And actually, I haven't kept up with the stream with you guys, but I actually got funded on my second account. Like, I got funded on my second 100K static account. It's not a trailing drawdown, it's a static account. So I got funded on that account. That's my second account, so now I can start copy trading it. But I got funded on that account because of the silver bullet, right? So I just want to let people know that. Also give you guys an update, like if you've been in the stream or you've been keeping up, I was telling you guys like I was doing these prop firm challenges on the side and trading the real money on here. But now I got my prop firm account, so I'm actually just trying to build those up since they're past and they're worth real money now. I'm able to, well, what I'm trying to do right now, like even on my stream, even like the next couple of days of stream, is I'm trying to build those accounts as nest eggs. So basically, like gain profit of like $2,000-3,000 worth, and then I'm gonna pay for a copy trader and just try to take like 1 or 2 trades for futures and just like copy trade the shit out of it, and like try to double or triple or whatever my profits. But the thing is that it took me like 6 or 7 weeks to get 2 accounts, so it took me a while actually. But I mean that's just the nature of it. Like I don't when I do prop funds, I'm not the one who passes it in like 1 or 2 days. There's definitely people that do that, and there's definitely people that up the risk and try to get done in 1 or 2 days, which is awesome. But for me, like, you know, because I like to risk small, because I take trades every day, I don't really necessarily need to like be risking a ton per trade. So I just can't like pass that in a day or two, just because. I mean, if you trade micros or like 1 mini like me, then you know you'll understand that your profit targets are going to be smaller. But you know you can stack those wins, so that's what I did. I just ended up stacking a couple $100s at a time, and it worked. But yes, I am getting more into that futures prop firm accounts and stuff because I was trading my own money. But I don't want to put any, like, I don't want to ever put my own, like, more than $5,000 into it because it's just so risky. And, you know, sometimes, like, you can just lose close to your whole portfolio just by opening up yourself to the market or buying 1 too many contracts or something. So, like, I'm not really into the risk portion of it. What I like to do is I like to put in a very small amounts, like $1,000 or less. And then I'll scale it up, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. I'll pay myself, and then do it again, pay myself. And it's like I'll do that like 2-3 times a month, or sometimes I'll do it in a week if I have a really great week. Like last 2 weeks, I had a really good week, so I just like ended up paying myself that week. You know, I made like extra, almost $8,000 in the month. So that's like really great. Like that's a really great additional income, and it rivals some of my job income. Sometimes, right? Like sometimes it doesn't rival it consistently, but That's what we're here for, right? We're trying to get better, trying to be more consistent, and try to really define what it takes to be a good trader, and a trader that is into that discipline, is into that risk management, is into all those good habits. So yeah. And that's really what I try to focus on. Like I really don't really try to pay attention to the money as crazy as it sounds, because of course money is a major motivator as to why you trade. But I really try not to pay attention to it because it doesn't, for futures especially, it doesn't actually matter. Like anyone that posts their, I mean I definitely do post it, like, but anyone who posts their dollar amount or whatever, like it's kind of just all an ego stroke. I could easily open up a fucking sim account and just show you guys like, oh my god, I made $24,000, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't actually help anyone. Like no one, people may engage with you, people may get a kick out of seeing you make money, but that doesn't actually help people grow, right? Like that doesn't teach you anything. If you watch a guy make like $24,000, like what did you learn? You know what I'm saying? Like what did you get out of it? So that's where I feel like people are a little bit lost when it comes to the trading stuff, because you know, at the end of the day, if you're making good trades, you can just scale, especially with the futures. And that's actually what I did. I traded micros for a long time, and then like a week and a half ago, I started trading my one mini, which means that every dollar SPX would move, I'd make $50. So if you were trading like last 2 weeks, you understand that that is a lot of money, because we had like 70 to 100 point days, you understand? So I was making like 50, 60 ticks, over $1,000 sometimes per trade. So it's like, it's really nice. Like the money was really fast. It was faster than anything I made from a job. But of course I had to risk, right? I had to build myself up. Like I had to actually put myself in a position to be making that money in the first place. And that comes after trials and tribulations, right? Like everyone can say, okay, it's nice you made $8,000 last month, but what about like when I'm trading micros for like 3 weeks straight? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just trading it straight and I'm practicing, I'm doing that. Like obviously I'm gonna make a little bit of money. It's just bound to happen. So that's why I don't try to get attached to like, you know, these dollar amounts or whatever you see on Instagram. People trying to flex like, oh my god, you know, I risked 300, I made 3 million. You know, it's like, it's cool, but it doesn't really do anything for you. You know what I'm saying? All it does is it helps the original person that posted the screenshot or whatever. All it does is help them get more engagement. So it does have a value. It just doesn't have a value to any of us, right? I remember during the Trump pump, right? People were on Discord and Twitter were like, oh, join my Discord. Like we, you know, my user got 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, did your user get 1,000%? Or were you guys just in the market every day until Trump said something? You know what I'm saying? And like, that's like the most realistic thing. Like, I've been trading for like 5 years, and I never said I'll never claim that I knew that Trump was gonna pump or dump the market and then pump it, right? Like, I would never claim that because it's not true. Like, it's not repeatable. There's things that people don't understand. Like, the way you get unlucky in the market, you can also get lucky as well. The market comes and goes, and so like, I don't want to say that people are bad traders but I'll say that they're opportunists. You understand? All you are, if you traded pump, you are an opportunist, right? Because there's nothing like technical, or there's no edge that you were gonna have. Like, the only edge you would have is you were on Twitter, you saw Trump make these tweets, and then you looked at the market, right? It's like that is like there's no like rhyme or reason as to why that would happen. But people really thought, you know, people thought that they were geniuses, because there's like, yeah, man, I held calls the whole day, and then I got bailed out at 1 p.m. I'm the best trader. I'm Warren Buffett. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, but I say that to say, guys, like, well, first thing is that all that glitters is not gold, right? That's the first lesson I would say. And then the second lesson I would say is try to focus on actually making good trades and making larger big moves and try to focus on capitalizing on the stock movement. That's why even I can put, like, when I trade, I can put the dollar amount I make, right? I can put the dollar amount I make, but I keep it on ticks because that's the unit of measurement I want to stick. Oh wait, Bitcoin's at 90K? That ass? My brother, we've been stacking the Bitcoin. Hold up, hold up, hold up. I gotta. That's the market right now. We gotta look at the Bitcoin. Hold up. Oh, we positive now. We're positive on the Bitcoin. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so what's happened, guys? 9:43. Some shit happened. We got the London High take, London High breach. Yo, I'll be back, y'all. I got like 15 minutes till 10 a.m. anyway. Let me just go grab some water, you know what I'm saying? Stay hydrated. And also, well, actually, I got the mic, so I got the wireless mic, so I can just leave and y'all, I can still hear me, right? That's fire. I'm still here, y'all. I'm just checking some shit. But yeah, let me go grab some water, and then I'll grab the water, and then I'm gonna put some electrolytes in it, so you know that water is charged up. You know what I'm saying? I don't be drinking just any water. I'll be drinking the electrolyte water in the morning.
She played a game with you, but she really want that cushion orange juice. That's why she here with us. Pass me my lighter, baby.
All right, I'm looking for my little water bottle, so I could you know what I'm saying, get hydrated in this shit. Alright, I got the water. Are we gonna get a little, you know what I'm saying, a little chopstick to mix the shit in there? Alright, I'm coming back to the desk. Don't leave, don't leave. Damn, y'all all stayed here? Not one viewer dropped? Oh my goodness. Wow, you guys are spoiling me. Alright, what's happened? Oh shit. So we did some New York high right now. Okay, 9:45. Liquidity grab, let's see it. We're increasing the range on the day. I see mixed time frames right now. Now mixed time frames and inside day is a recipe for disaster. I'll tell you that right now. At least in my win rate, in my experience, you know what I'm saying? Alright. In the meantime, before 10, cheers guys, we got the water. Or hold up. You can't even see it. I'm not gonna tilt it because it's like full as fuck. Got the water, you know what I'm saying? And then we got the super secret sauce right here. Electrolytes. So this electrolytes that I got, they're from, wait, hold up. Can we focus them? Okay, yes. So these things right here, man. This is from a YouTuber. He's called Santa Cruz medicinals or something. So he be preaching like health and wellness, like he preaches whole foods, nutrition, all that shit. So I bought his electrolytes, and that's the first time I ever bought anything off a YouTuber. But this shit is fire. And he's from California, so you know those California people, like they be liking that shit. Like they be liking veganism, you know, health, vegetarianism, gluten free. Like they love all that shit. So it's like I trust a California MF on some health shit. I trust him on that. You know what I'm saying? So I bought this shit, but shit is, I'll just say honestly, it's so fucking good. Like it takes your water and turns it into Gatorade without any of the sugar, pretty much. Like shit is really heat. Like I'm actually kind of addicted to drinking this. Like in the morning, I can't wait to wake up because I know like I don't have more than one scoop a day because obviously like it's just like there's a bunch of supplements in here, right? Like your magnesium, your all that stuff. So it's like you get diminishing returns if you keep drinking it. Like obviously you're not going to get all the nutrients. So I do it once a day. Right? And so like basically in the morning I get up and then I try to hydrate myself with this. But then it's like it's such a treat, you know? It's like not even a hassle. Like it's like I have my daily Gatorade, but it's not affecting my health. Actually, it's making me feel way better. So like ever since I started doing this, I've had like way better sleep. I don't have headaches. I don't have anything. Like my hydration is so fucking perfect. It's amazing. So yeah, definitely get yourself, I'll say I'm sponsored. I wish I was sponsored, but I'm not. But get yourself some electrolytes because a lot of people don't really know how dehydrated they be. I'm telling you. So now the thing is that you gotta mix in the electrolytes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot in there, so it gets kind of chalky a little bit. But when you drink it, right, or when you have a little sip, I'm telling you, it's like a fucking Gatorade. And that's the thing, like, if you're in New York, you live off the delis and shit, right? Like, you be drinking bevs all day. So that's like a really good alternative. You know, water, electrolytes, you get a little bit of that flavor, and it's heat. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy good. Yeah, y'all are pretty engaged here. Y'all are sticking around. I'm wondering, is it because Key hasn't streamed in a minute? Let's see. Oh, Key's actually back on too. That's wavy. Definitely gotta hop in there a little bit later, see what he's trading on.
I've been one. She know how I like my joint, she roll me up a big one. Trap nigga, drug dealer, I'm the GOAT, none realer. 2 weeks, 1 villa, O-ends, young niggas. Nigga made it out the hood, making plays in Hollywood. Keep on grinding every day, gotta make sure family good. Didn't have it, grew up poor, these days I be thumbing through it. Trap nigga, pimp nigga, gangsters, that's my influence. Rest in peace to Pimp C, I be on that good stuff.
Okay, so what I'm seeing right now, right, is, check this out. We had that market open time, market comes rips, takes the next layer of liquidity, which is like this portion here, the yellow line, and then what? It comes down, right? So this could be considered like a liquidity grab, but you would have to see some market structure shift or something behind it. So I just want to show you guys that that might be the case here. But even if like, let's say it's a market structure shift and you're gonna go down, like you want to trade the downside. Hey, what's going on? I am enough. So what it is, right, is I zoomed out, and the reason I didn't mark it is because normally the orange high is gonna be New York high, but because the New York high was being like breached pretty much every candle, what I did was I marked the next level of liquidity, which was this level here, and this was set on Monday at 9:25 a.m. on futures. And so there was a high there, and then before that, on Monday 7 a.m. there was another high. And so that is kind of like a point of reference I just marked because I thought price was going to just reach there next if it broke past London high, which is pretty much exactly what it did so far. Now, what I would wait for normally is I would wait for price to come up here and come down and maybe do a market structure shift size FVG, retrace, and then we can target all the downside, because you'll see right now, like, the New York low has not been engaged, and then also the London low hasn't been engaged. So what does that tell me? Well, it tells me that we might trigger the downside, but we would need to have the market condition favor us for that downside, right? So I mean, that also includes like seeing all the time frames switch down, and I haven't seen that yet. So like, it's sending me mixed signals where I don't really have confidence as to if it's going to come down again or if it's going to go higher. So that's the thing with the time frame stuff, right? Because technically we haven't taken any of the lower levels of liquidity. So for all general purposes, this thing is uptrending. You know what I'm saying? Like higher high, higher high, higher high, and then higher high, right? So who's to say it's not going to make another higher high? And that's the thing. That's kind of like the thing you're battling here. Now, I wouldn't do anything that would respect this higher high trend until it did break yesterday's high. Then I would say, okay, you know what? We might have something going here. We might have something of that's valid. But if that's the case, then you know, I don't want to necessarily rush and take poor trades. I'd rather just save my capital. So that's what I'm gonna do. And that is the nature of the market sometimes. Like when you're day trading, you don't want to day trade every day. And I know it sounds like counterproductive because the word is day trading. You do it every day, but it's not actually realistic, you know. Most prolific day traders don't even trade every day. I'm seeing so in terms of like the poll, I had a poll up. So I said people I said, are you guys trading today? So some people said, 43% of you guys said, I see a setup, and then the rest of them, almost 60% said no, I'm sitting on my hands or I'm unsure. So yeah, actually pretty split up in terms of the viewers, but you know, we'll stick around for a little bit. It's going to be almost 10 a.m. So if this thing comes down or does some market structure shift, it'd be nice to identify that. But no expectations today. I more so just wanted to trade and let people know I'm alive, and also just get back into, you know, the grind. You know what I'm saying? Start to do my little, just grow my funded accounts. Like I want to grow my funded accounts now. So yeah. And today, by the way, like, even if you were to trade today, I would put my risk completely off. And what that means is that if you have a position, like let's say you trade $100, I would trade way less than that. I trade like 10 to 30, you know, like way less than 30% of the original position. It's just because that would reflect like my confidence meter, right? If I'm confident, I will go in, like I wouldn't even trade micros, you know what I'm saying? I'll go into the minis and really just short this thing and make a couple $1,000s. But today's just not that day, it looks like, and it doesn't look like we'll have news to support that either. So if it was that day, we would have to wait for some external figure like Mr. Donald Trump to say something, or that's really it, right? Or some big CEO. So we had a liquidity grab off that previous high, and now since then we're coming down, but it might just resume the trend, right? We haven't broke anywhere near the downside. We're sort of just being propped up There was a range that we made during the London session, which is like earlier this morning between 12 and like 6 a.m. And so during that London session, that high that we made has been broken. And so, you know, in terms of the price, we're being propped up. But remember, as a trader, it's like we don't really care about if price is going to go up or down. We just care about large moves that we could, not large moves, but like just moves that we can fit ourselves into. We take that quick portion and then we come back and we do it again. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's happening right now in terms of the greater market. I'm looking at S&P futures at the moment. We can take a look and maybe look at some other assets as well. Like, first of all, Bitcoin is just beastly. Nerds said that it would take the 70k level, right? This liquidity at 70k. The nerds said that this would happen. But since then, it's up like 20k from there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's gonna happen. If it does, I'll tell you right now, I will be buying so much effing Bitcoin. Like, you guys don't even understand. If that does happen, if it falls below like 78. And then if you look at gold, right? And I've been looking at gold quite a bit because gold is just like, if you like Bitcoin, right? You can't not like gold, because without the technology and the backing, gold is pretty much a physical Bitcoin, or Bitcoin is digital gold, right? They both go up. They both can't be reproduced or created. So gold right now is touched 3,500 an ounce, which is effing bonkers, guys. You need to be buying gold fucking chains. You need to get a wrapper chain. I'm telling you that right now. That's my financial advice. You need a wrapper chain. Cuban gold link. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see nice little respect here. You could say that this is liquidity grab, and then it forms some sort of FBG between here. But like, if you look at the price, right? What is making price come up here? There's no FBG, there's no orders, so it's just like, you know, it's so unclear, right? You could say that this is one giant 5-minute FBG. Right here, right? This is from here to here. This is like a prominent FBG on the 5 minutes. Your entry can be here, but you would have had to hold a very large amount. Like, you know, if you were to do the risk to reward ratio for this, like, you're at the minimum, like, this would have been 42 ticks. So really risky, to be honest. But so far it seems like it's paying off. In terms of maybe getting like a 1-to-1 if it hits this top level. This upper level of liquidity on the 5 minutes. I also marked the next one after that. And so far we're continuing uptrend at the moment. Futures sitting around 5,200. Now you may be asking, well, why don't you just buy? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you just buy when the market opens and you could have been done with the day, right? And so, of course, these are thoughts that a lot of people will have when they're trading, but it's not like it's not like a productive thought to have, and I'll tell you why. It's like, if you tell yourself that you could have just bought in the morning and held, it's like, well, then you have to qualify how many times you could have done that, right? And it's like, okay, well, is that going to be my edge? Is that something I'm willing to do every day? Yes or no? Okay. Well, depending on that answer, then you would have to, like, you know, start to define what those metrics look like. So it becomes a lot more nuanced, a lot more complicated than should have just bought and held, right? And of course, that is a simple strategy, and simple strategies work, of course. Simple strategies work, complex strategies work. But it's more so how you're positioning yourself, right? Like, how your strategy allows you to position in the market is really all that matters. So it's like, for example, if you're trading options and you're saying just enter at the open, well, odds are you're just gonna get clapped like 70 or 80% of the time. And it's not because you're not gonna be wrong in terms of the movement. It's because the volatility that you bought, like the premium that you bought at in the morning, is just way more inflated and way more higher than it would be like if you bought it maybe at 10 or 10:30. And so if that's the case, you're already overpaying for your options. And so even though your edge or your strategy might be correct, that's causing you to lose money, right? So that's why it's like a little bit more nuanced than, well, why don't you just buy here and it'll go up? It's because we're not concerned about if it goes up just now, right? We're concerned about repeating that over and over and over a series of months or a series of weeks. The beauty of actually learning how to trade is that, like, there's no guesswork. You just take your setup, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if price goes up or down, which is also why, like, I don't necessarily care as to, like, to give an opinion on when people ask me, like, oh, you think this is going to stay up or you think it's going to stay down? It's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to make money either way. Why do I give a fuck if it's going down or up? Like, the only people that would give a fuck about that shit is, like, people who are overly invested into a stock, or people who are, like, I don't know, married to an asset where they feel like it's their, you know, it's their only way out. And if you think one asset is your only way out, then I feel like, you know, you're just a lost individual on itself. Like, you got a lot of things to work through because it's just not true, right? You don't have to be freed from one asset. You can have a bunch of assets. You can have Bitcoin, you can have stocks, you can have a 401k, you have real estate, you have crypto, gold. You can have everything, right? So it's like, this one little asset is not, like, this one Tesla stock is not going to save you from being poor or whatever you're afraid of, you know? It's not going to save you. What is going to save you is the skill and experience that you just pick up over time. That is what's going to save you. So we've reached the 10 a.m. Point. Actually, 5 minutes ago we reached 10 a.m. And so for me, typically this is like when I would start to enter, right? This is my trading window from the 10 to 11. I mean, I'll look out for something and I might take a small trade, like just risk one micro, which is literally like less than $50. But other than that, I don't feel like risking my hard-earned money. Not for this day, not for this inside day and mixed time frame day. How you see the mixed time frames? I dropped something over here. What the hell? I dropped my joint. What the fuck? That's such a buzzkill. Alright, I'll look for it. But yeah, so what this is telling me, if you look at the bottom of my screen, like, time frames are mixed, inside day. Automatically, those two things together, that spells a recipe for not really disaster, but I suppose disappointment amongst my trading. Also, I found my J, so I'll grab it. It's on the floor. So I marked this gray line here on my chart, and this is signifying a 10 a.m. time, like silver bullet time. So just we'll observe the action and see if we get anything here. Now, if price comes down, I would see more time frames on the downside, which would make me a little bit more interested for a trade, right?
Everybody who worked with us on this project, Will. Shout out to Problem, DJ Quick, Terrace Martin, Mike and Keys, Cardo on the beat, Sledrin, E-Dan, Germ, Daryl, Quad. Everybody who let us crash at their studio, everybody who let us use their studios. Lil Dave. Who else? Is there anybody else here?
Okay, nice move up. Nice move up here. We might be going for the next level of liquidity here.
Breeze. Lonnie.
I'm wondering when this trend reverses though, right? I want to see this uptrend, reverse into a downtrend or kind of like suddenly shake up the markets, and then that way I might feel more comfortable for a short. And let me tell you something, I've been entering these shorts as of recent, and they have been paying. Like, shorting the market has been really nice.
We couldn't do it without y'all, man. Anybody I left out, I'm sorry. Shout out to DJ, Gunna, and Dawn. And shout out Irvin too. You be up early in the morning when I text you. Shout out to Michelle for keeping my schedule right, and Tracy, I just gotta shape up in the studio. Shout out to Ty, shout out to Juicy, Larry June, my brother Spitter.
Excuse me.
Max B, TL, Dizza, LaRussell. Yeah.
I do love this this Max B interlude. It's so good. How did he get a Max B verse? That's just crazy.
Bet you thought I was done and finished. Maxie ain't going over. We can do bullshit music. We can flow mediocre. We can just post some pictures.
So you'll see, guys, right? On the London high, price comes up, breaks past the London high, and eventually tests and respects it, right? So this would like confirm, that's something that confirms an uptrend, right? You see what it does to the liquidity? You wait for the reaction and you'll see it respects it. So this to me is telling me, okay, solid uptrend. I don't think we're gonna go down anytime soon.
Niggas killing niggas. They want genocide. We ain't going back. They'll never take my men alive. Taking their bitches and getting them high. 24/7 hustling, always working to get my paper up. Counting up so much money, now my thumbs are getting paper cuts. Here with these niggas saying on the line, but I think they play too much. Everybody saying some new shit need to drop. Guess what? The weight is up. Young Khalifa got a pound next to the bed soon as I'm waking up. I don't even know which car I'm gonna drive. Might pick my favorite one. Niggas are tripping on that fentanyl, man. That's them crazy drugs. Might be cool, but I don't let shit slide. You can never play me, cuz might be sunny outside, but I save it for a rainy one. VIP list, check it. That's what my name be on. Young rich nigga.
I am seeing liquidity being taken and reached for. I'm just not seeing a market structure shift or an FVG or anything for an entry. So we might just have to watch this thing really just... Now, if it breaks past this level, you gotta see where it gets to before it gets to yesterday's high, right? So you saw that second level of liquidity get breached here, right? Stock market is moving up. It's continuous uptrend from really like early in the morning, I would say. It started uptrending when? It actually started uptrending yesterday in the afternoon. After 4 p.m. or so, it's maintained its uptrend since then. Price gonna pull back here a little. If it breaks past 5284, the week will turn green. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if it turns green on the week, You know, um, like I'm okay with that. I just would like to take it. I just like would love to see it take yesterday's high. You know. But if you look at the candle today, it's really large now, right? It used to be really tiny. It used to be here. It used to be in this range. Now it's since then moved up. Just gonna keep watching it for now. But it does seem promising in terms of its action for like the first 12 minutes. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the action for the first 12 minutes is pretty solid of the silver bullet. I just don't know. Obviously, it's like so much space in between up and down. It just triggers my uncertainty either. But I think it's really good to watch. It's really good to have an idea of like what is going on and try to not necessarily kind of like practice, you know, like just getting used to like watching this thing uptrend in front of you and not FOMOing in and not try to give yourself a bad entrance. I'll run the stream for 15 minutes. If I don't end up taking a trade before 10:30, it probably wasn't meant to be. So I'll just give you guys a heads up there. I will probably stream, but I'll probably hop on a key stream real quick. You know, I'll probably switch off and let's see what's going on with options or individual stocks that's not in the S&P 500. So you'll see it went for that second layer of liquidity, and since then prices come traded down. It's maintained its uptrend, so we want to see if there's a trend continuation or if this thing really starts to come down. Because if it does, I might be ready for something there. I dropped cushion, no J, you a stoner because of it. I roll up another one, that's another roach clip. I got busted with 3 joints, they waited and told me it was a zip. That's a lot of weed smoked in one sitting. Break it all down, don't have the nerve to tell me it won't fit. I'm the last one smoking and the first one rolling up sticky. Weed snob, that means I'm picky. I'm watching on the 1 minute now, so we give it like 15 more minutes or so. She gon' jump right in my car, don't care about her boyfriend. She gon' bring some of her friends and tell them to join in. Stay away from the drama, I try to avoid it. What I give them red eyes, what we giving red eyes, what they getting red eyes. What I give them red eyes, what they getting red eyes, what I give them red eyes. If this was all time frames green, I would have entered. I'll say that much. Play me some 80s, man. Let's see how this candle closes here. I want to see if it respects this FBG or if it completely shoots past it. So we'll see price start to come down here, right? Definitely want to see a bit of a market structure shift here. So this is right here. This is not a higher high, right? This is a lower high. Technically speaking, it's not a downtrend yet. We would have to have price come down here. That's what, if price came down there, that's what I would say, okay, there's a market structure shift down. It's a long way to the top, I took the stairs. My success make haters sick. Damn, my nigga, you don't look too well. Ain't no way to stop this shit, so a hating ass nigga gon' say what they want. Still spinning cake today, from back in the day when a nigga sold tapes out the trunk. Nigga made it out the hood, making plays in Hollywood. Keep on grinding every day, gotta make sure family good. Didn't have it, grew up poor, these days I be thumbing through it. Trap nigga, pimp nigga, gangsters, that's my influence. Rest in peace to Pimp C, And you'll see like what I'm talking about in terms of the time frames and stuff like that. Like, you know, even though we have all these upwards FVGs, right? Like they're not being respected whatsoever, which is a very, very telltale sign. Like that is very classic inside day behavior, you know? This FVG gets formed here. So this is an FVG that got formed above a liquidity break, right? We were trending upwards, but immediately you get, you know, it kind of gets filled here, right? So similarly, we have an FVG. Actually, I don't think we have an FVG. I think it's really small here. Yeah, so we have a small FVG here that got filled. We have a bigger FVG right here, right? And so that immediately got filled. So it's like, let's say if I were bullish, every bullish FVG I would have taken a trade off of here would have just been filled immediately, right? It would have been, you would have been kicked out. So that's like what I'm trying to highlight in terms of why I'm not taking a trade, or even if I do, I'm not going to be so heavy, because it doesn't follow what I, you know, what I have deemed effective, what I've deemed worthy to trade off of. On these conditions, I can tell you honestly, it does not follow it right now. We don't even know if this is going to maintain an uptrend or come down yet, so we'll, you know, I'm pretty curious to find out. Will I know the answer before 10:30? I don't know, which is why I'm sticking around, but I would just want to keep your guys' expectations at bay in terms of, you know, sometimes the proper thing to do is not to trade. If you were to chase if you were to trade, I would have said like you would have to chase this or just try to find an entry and believe that this thing is going to uptrend. So that's the only way I would see you make money today.
Take your time, get paid. 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 Drop your top, switch lanes. If they ain't on, put them on the game. Ain't no randoms, this a family thing. Spend 100K to fly them all out to LA. If they need trees, I'm the one they call. Don't matter if we gotta take it on a plane. Always hitting the target because of aim. Always give me your money cause I got game. Always traveling, learning the language. Overseas, teaching them Khalifa man slang. They smoking weed to my music because it bang. She wanna give me that nookie cause of my chain. I always keep a bad bitch that'll roll something. Drunk night, she went and tatted my name. Flew private and she never
Okay,
been the
interesting.
same.
It didn't
No
make a new
swear,
low
she don't
or a
make
new
me
high.
pay.
Very
Take
interesting.
your time, get paid. Take your time, get paid. Take your time, get
Could it
paid.
be? Could this be the start of the downtrend here?
Take your time, get paid. Take your time, get paid. Take your time, get paid. Take your time, get paid.
When I write verses, sometimes it's like verses. Critics against me, them witches cast curses. Meet me down at the elevator cause I'm coming up. Like Ice Cube, they try to keep me from running up. I used to beat the pussy up, now I just slap box it. Handle it with kid gloves, take the locks off it. Limit my drinking to the weekend, so my system won't be tweaking. Sometimes the light you gotta speak in, to keep the dark spirits out. Cause I'm a ghostbuster, I'll bust devils in their mouth. To keep it my way, the flyway, the highway. Either way, I'm way high. I used to think about how much I spent, but that's stupid, compare my dollars, these haters cents. When you're clean as the cue, nothing comes out in the rinse. I dress so fastidious, you could compare me to Prince.
Take your time, get paid. 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 Wake up early in the morning, then I bake up. I ain't never sleeping, I'ma stay up. Hustle every day to feel the pain up. You ain't saying nothing to me. Wake up early in the morning, then I bake up. I ain't never sleeping, I'ma stay up. Hustle every day to feel the pain up. You ain't saying nothing to me.
Okay, we get a new high here.
Cash out new Cullen and trust. Cash out new titties, new butt.
It's not a new high yet.
Cash out
We
new
have to
crib
wait.
in the cut. Cash out on my team, now we up. Cashed out on these strippers in the club. Cashed out on my daughter and my son. Cashed out on my team,
Huh.
now we up.
Interesting.
Cashed out on my
Did it
bitch,
make a
know
new
what's
high?
up. Thank God, then count 'em
Maybe it's 10:22. Maybe at the, I don't know. Maybe at 10:30 it might. But I just want to show you guys that, you know, being very tricky here.
Want what I got, but they don't come with comfort. I'ma pull up, handle business, they ain't even gonna announce it. Put that shit on it look easy, I'm making them scroll through my outfits. You ain't him in real life, only in comments. I see what I like and I decide to buy it all. Don't gotta go shopping cause my closet's like the store. Can't believe my socks are chrome Balenciaga draws. Can't believe they fighting for that spot because it's all cash out, new Cullen and trust. Cash out, new titties, new butt. Cash out, new crib in the cut.
It's a pretty decent trade right here if you want to take an uptrend trade.
Cashed out on these strippers
What's
in
the
the
list
club.
reward here?
Cashed out on my daughter and my son. Cashed out on my team, now we up.
I would take this
Cashed out on my
probably.
bitch, know what's up. Ooh, now they wanna smoke like us. Ooh, now they wanna dress like us. Ooh, they wanna be just like us. Ooh, no, they ain't cut like us. Ooh, now they wanna smoke like us. Ooh, now they wanna dress like us. Ooh, they wanna be just like us. Ooh, no, they ain't cut like us.
Hold on, I don't even rock like that. But you my bitch, so I cut like that.
I like the upside trend here. If we touch this FVG, I'll risk very little. I'll risk very little here. But only if price comes back to it.
It's a whole different one. I ain't tripping on nigga roll something up. I stick and move, I fuck it up. Every day I'm working, gotta move with a purpose. Every day I'm smiling, every day I'm learning, and I'm far from perfect. I be spinning that shit, really getting that shit, really living that shit. Niggas know what it is.
Cash out, new Cullen and trust. Cash out, new titties, new butt. Cash out, new crib in the cut. Cash out on my team, now we up. Cashed out on these strippers in the club. Cashed out on my daughter and my son. Cashed out on my team, now we up. Cashed out on my bitch, know what's up.
Oh, okay, it touched it. It touched it. I'm in. Very low. Very small. Like literally one micro. I'm just, at this point it's just a formality. Formality trade. And I'll put my stop right below this tick. Very small. And then, like a double 2-to-1 risk to reward is up here. So I would pretty much have to, I'm pretty much betting on a new high around 10:30 or a little after that. That's about it.
If I ain't got no bomb weed, I can't even manage. Just came in from overseas and she speaking Spanish. Throwing rocks at the king, ain't doing damage. Switching up your favorite scene, changing up the standard. I swear I got everything. Rollies and diamond rings. She was just in my bed. You look at her on the screen. And when I pull up smoking kush, it feel exactly how it seemed. Rolling trees, owning things I don't know how to lease. Cars parked everywhere.
I mean, if I learned anything from the price action today, I've learned that no FVG is going to get respected.
She wanna kick it like Boswell, tequila and yellowtail. Just
keep it all between us and promise to never tell. I told her don't blink. Look, this that meme that they be posting when two goats link. Players ball, my nigga wanted with a cold mink. I keep the money safe, no key. I just
Alright, looks like I'm gonna get stopped here. Alright, I'm out. Very little. Lost like, let me see, 18 ticks on one micro. I lost like 20 bucks, guys. That's about it. I'll probably not even trade for the day, just because, you know, that was an FBG I saw in an uptrend. We wouldn't make a new high yet. To me, we're supposed to make the new high there. It was coming around 10:30. Seemed pretty good. It just didn't happen. And this is not something I was necessarily surprised, but that's why we risk off, right? That's why we take very low risk, because these conditions today are just not, they wouldn't work, right? They wouldn't work. And I kind of take my one to show you that. I think I could have even taken a paper trade and shown you that as well, but you know, I have the live account, so it doesn't really matter. To me, live account is almost like paper trading anyway, I'm not gonna lie.
And battle the times, walk through the mazes, just to see a dream. I'll make it happen, I swear on my own.
Alright guys, took my one little trade at like 10:27, got stopped within like 30 seconds or so, or not even not 30 seconds, but maybe like a minute or two. But I think that'll be it for today. I'll probably definitely gonna tune back in tomorrow as well. Hopefully it'll be a better day, but this day is just super choppy. No entrance, no entries really. Every FVG that does enter with the trend, which is mixed, but it's kind of uptrending right now. Every FVG that got formed got filled somehow or some way. So just resulting in like crazy choppy conditions, which is like not really worth my time to do any longer, nor is it worth my money. So I will just probably leave it at the day and probably hop in Taylor's stream at some point. Even ICT just tweeted earlier. He said, "Notice how unorganized price is. Are you surprised?" I'm not surprised at all. So that's why I'm not gonna risk more money. And I'm not gonna even. I have a limit. I have a personal rule. Like I could take 2 or 3 trades per day, you know. But I'm not even gonna enforce that rule because I just don't feel like any of this is high probability. So that's what it is for me. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I appreciate the subscriptions as well. I'm at 250 right now, so that puts me halfway, like 50% of being monetized. So it'll be super cool if I definitely get monetized, because I will literally I'll be so incentivized to actually put a lot of time into YouTube because I know it'll make me money. So that is what's super motivating to me. So I appreciate you guys. We will be back with another one, and we will be trading our funded accounts again. Hopefully we have an outside. Wait, look at the price action just now. Like, what is that, man? I would have been destroyed if I held my trade. So I'm glad I got stopped out really early. But yeah, definitely hope tomorrow's an inside day. That way I can have my risk on and I can trade normally. I can go trade minis instead of micros, so it is what it is, man. I will catch you guys later, and have a good day. But if you guys want to chat or whatever, I'll be in Key's stream, so, you know, I'm not going to, but I'll be listening, right? I'm not going to be streaming or talking that much. I'll just be chilling and following them probably. So I'll catch you guys later, tomorrow most likely. Have a good one.
I really appreciate y'all. Real talk, y'all been here the whole way.